Today is a very exciting day because in just 7 days' time, I will be heading back out to Disney World. And because the new multi-pass and single pass systems have now come fully into play, today I'm going to be booking them for the very first time. So I thought I would show you step by step how to do this if you're an overseas visitor. Now, when multi-pass and single pass were first announced, Disney said overseas guests would not be able to book in advance of their trip. They would have to wait until they are on US soil until they could book. But luckily, people have found a workaround, so I'm going to show you what that is. First up, you need to go to the Disney World app, and then once you are in, go over to the menu and scroll down until you find Profile. Here you click Profile and go to Account Settings, where you are going to change your location to the US. Once you have done that, you're going to shut down the Disney app and clear it from your system, and then you are going to open up the settings on your own phone and find Location Services. And then from here, you are going to make sure they are switched off. Some people find that they have to actually delete the app once they have changed the settings to the US, turn location services off, and then reinstall the app for this to work. Some people don't, so just try them both out and see what works for you. Once that is done, you can reopen the Disney World app. Often when you reopen the app up, you will need to log back into your account, and sometimes a pop-up will ask to share your location with them, and select no. You don't want to be letting them know your location. When you reopen the app now, you will be able to start going onto the multi-pass section and selecting the dates that you want to look at, which is fantastic. I have also printed out my itinerary so I can make sure when I'm booking my ride reservations, they don't clash with dining reservations or tour reservations. And I'd also pre-selected what rides I want. So they are in tiers for Magic Kingdom, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Here you can pick 1 tier 1 ride and 2 tier 2 rides to pre-book. So you can pre-book 3 rides total in advance. Once you are in the park on the day, once you've scanned into your first ride reservation, you can then book another reservation, and so on and so forth throughout the whole day. So you will be able to book more than the 3. It's just you can book 3 in advance. And before we start booking, I thought I would talk you through some of the things I have been worried about. So of course, first up was I going to be able to book from the UK? And it does look like this location setting workaround is going to work. The second is, are there going to be ride reservations left? Now, the good thing is you can book for the entire length of your stay. So what I think I am going to do first is try and book the hard to get ride reservations like Tiana's Bio Adventure on those later dates. And I might try and book the later dates first, and that will give me the most chance of getting that sort of ride. However, I'm assuming the dates that are early into my trip that I would like to book some reservations for, a lot of the ride reservations most likely will have already gone. And this is because where you can book 7 days in advance, but up to 14 days of your trip at a time, that means some of these dates have already been open for 2 weeks. So we'll have to see what rides are available. And of course, the other concern is, am I booking enough days? Am I booking too little days? Now, previously when I went, it was that glory days when you could actually add Genie Plus onto the length of your stay. So my previous Disney World visit, I did have Genie Plus for the entire length of my trip, which was fantastic. This time, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm obviously going to be booking far less, but it's that thing of, have I got enough days? Have I booked too many days? Will I be paying too much? We won't know until I'm in the park about that, but we're just going to go ahead and book what I hope is the right amount. You can't actually book until 12 o'clock if you're in the UK, which is 7 a.m. Florida time. But you can actually then see the cost for multipass, which is fantastic. And I would highly recommend doing this in advance so you kind of know the prices on offer. Something else worth noting is that different dates will have different prices. So you may find that one day it is $25 to go to Magic Kingdom, the next day is $27. The price does fluctuate, so do check that. And I've even seen stuff like Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, some days being $20, other days $25. So you can save a lot of money by checking in advance your dates to see which ones are the cheapest for you. So here we go. Wish me luck. My first time booking multipass and single pass. Let's go. This is giving dining reservation feelings where you have that kind of anticipation, that nervousness, that excitement. We're ready to go, but it's always exciting the first time you try something. So here we go, 12 o'clock. Let's go. Okay, first up, I'm going to try and get Magic Kingdom because I would like to try and get Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. We can get Tiana, which is fantastic. And then I think I'm also going to get a Haunted Mansion and maybe a Winnie the Pooh. Okay, Tiana, 9, 10, 11. That is perfect because I don't have anything booked that day. So that is brilliant. And it's good that it does show you any existing plans that you have, which is brilliant. So, sticking with Magic Kingdom, let's try the 8th, which is actually going to be my first day in the parks. So let's see what we can actually get for that date. I could even get Tiana on my first day. Do I do it? I'm doing it, 100%. I'm going to do Tiana twice. Fantastic. That's a good timing. Oh, actually, sorry, I need to go back because I need to book my other rides as well. And because it's my first day, it's got to be Haunted and it's got to be Pirates. Now, some of these rides kind of get smaller queue times, so I'm not too worried about them, so I don't mind having them twice, because I would rather have them twice with short queue times than get a second reservation for a ride that already has short queue times and have to wait really long times for these rides. I like that it kind of selects the time for you. You can modify them, so what I might do is just go with these times at the moment, they seem absolutely fine, and then modify them afterwards. Maybe we'll have a cheeky little look now. Let's see what time we could modify it to. It's really handy that you can automatically see. So maybe on my first day we'll go on Haunted Mansion much earlier. That would be amazing. Let's see with Pirates we can get a little bit earlier. I wonder if you can do this, or will it say your times are overlapping, or will it be not a problem? Because they are quite close together. Okay, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Let's see if we can get even earlier. Doesn't seem to be a problem that they're overlapping times. Okay, next up I might do an Epcot day, because some of these rides I think could go quite quickly, so let's have a little look. We are going to try and go for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, if possible, for my main selection. Because Frozen Ever After tends to be a bit of a short queue, so I'm going to rope drop that. And then Spaceship Earth, it's got to be Spaceship Earth. Living with the Land or Journey. Now I do love Figment, and I would like to meet Figment if he's still doing his meet and greet. Living with the Land tends to be a shorter wait, so let's do this. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in the afternoon is perfect. These are at the front of the park, so they are good rides to be going on early. Seem like good times to me. So something I might try now is do a single pass. So I want to do Rise of the Resistance, but I've found that this day it is much cheaper than the other days. All the other days it's going to be $25. So if I can save some money, I'll do it this way. Oh, going on it first thing in the morning. How amazing. Start the day, have a little Ronto roast for breakfast. Fantastic. Something else I would like to do is one evening go on Tron. Now, most of my Magic Kingdom days, I am actually visiting on days where it is Mickey's Not So Scary. So there's one evening that I have free that I think I'm going to hop over into Magic Kingdom Park. And I really want to do Tron at night. And with the virtual queue, you might be lucky, you might not. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to pay. I'm going to select an evening time. Let's see if we can make this a later time, because I definitely want it to be dark. 9 o'clock would be the very, very last ride of the night. The fireworks would also be going on. Do we do a 9 o'clock? Maybe we do. Let's select 9, and then we can always modify it, but that could be pretty fun. Last ride of the night. So now I think I'm going to hop over and do a Hollywood Studios day. Now I've got 2 dates for Hollywood Studios that I would like to book, so let's see how easy it is to do it for the earlier date first. This is quite early on into my trip, so let's see what rides are available. All of them, fantastic. Well, I love Mickey and Minnie, so I think they're going to be on the first day. And then maybe we're going to do Aliens. And then Toy Story Mania. Let's have a full Pixar day. let's change that to a little later. That'll be perfect. It is good, I think, to try and get as many rides in the morning as possible, because then, of course, once you've used your reservation, you can book more. So if you're putting them very far in the afternoon, it makes it a bit more difficult to get the most out of your day. Now let's do an Animal Kingdom day. This one you probably don't need multi-pass for, honestly, this park, but some of the rides do get incredibly long queues, and it is the cheapest park to purchase it for. So let's go, let's try it. Now, interestingly, with Animal Kingdom, there are no tiers, so you just select any 3 rides you would like. So I'm going to go for Dinosaur for the final time, because it will be closed the next time I visit because of the huge re-theming. I think I'm also going to do Na'vi River Journey because it gets such a long queue, and the Safari. Let's have a little look at the times. Na'vi River as soon as the park opens, which could be good because you could also try and do Flight of Passage at the same time. Let's see if we can get an early time. Okay, that's going to be the earliest we can get for Kilimanjaro Safari. Maybe we'll do Dinosaur a bit later, so we've got till 9:20 to do that. That sounds good. What I'd like to do now is actually look at my upcoming plans before I book anything else, just so I can go through and make sure I'm not going to rebook rides, although you can obviously modify later, so it wouldn't be a problem. So I've come across something interesting. I'm doing the behind the scenes tour, which lasts an hour. Now I would actually probably have time to go from one to the other, but I might try and change my time for Remy, just to see if I can get any earlier, or maybe a bit later. 5:20, and then Shikisai at 6:30. Yeah, let's say between 5 and 6. So I did it. I managed to book all the things that I wanted, and I was really impressed with how simple it was. As I said before, I was very worried about the rides being sold out, and luckily that wasn't the case at all. Every single day, even my first day in Magic Kingdom, first day of my trip, could even get stuff like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which was fantastic. I also liked that it was super easy to modify, because some things I then later realised I had tours, and the reservation for the ride was a bit too close, so I decided to change it. Super simple. So I got everything I wanted, which is fantastic. I think I've probably booked too much, but because it's my first time using it, you know, you're going to work out if it's too much or not. And because I do have troubles with my foot, I like to try and rest it as much as possible. So I think I've booked a good amount. So I thought I'd also give you a rough idea of the cost. Now, of course, it is dollars, so I'm going to give you the price that I've paid in total in pounds. But I did buy 3 days of multi-pass for Magic Kingdom, 2 in Hollywood Studios, 1 in Epcot, 1 in Animal Kingdom. And I also bought 3 single passes, 1 for Tron, 1 for Flight of Passage, and 1 for Rise of the Resistance, and in total it came to £169.69. So that is for 10 reservations, 7 of them being for the full day. And obviously once I'm in the park, I'll be able to use them more. But I will be also showing you how that goes. So the second part of this video, I'll actually give you some examples of in the parks, how to use it, how easy it is to use, and how many rides you can fit into each day. But I hope this has given you a step-by-step guide of how to actually book if you're international guests, and gives you a little bit more comfort knowing it's very simple. So it's now 7 days till I go, so I'm so excited. Let's go to Disney World.